closing the shoulder and matching the sleeve, patterned boucle. When the bodice has been fell stitched and closed, fold the lining back to the start of the quilt lines and pin to hold. From here, pin the shoulders from the right side so the seam allowance remains on the outside. This method removes potential bulk that could create an imbalance during fitting. We need to be as accurate as possible now before sewing and trimming. Truing the bodice. An issue I often see at this stage is a slope at the center front panel. A boucle jacket won't always be completely horizontal at the center front as it lacks significant integral structure, but it should hang perpendicular to the grain line. If a jacket is not correctly adjusted at the shoulder line now, it will be pulled down by the weight of trim, pockets, and buttons. To correct this, open up a small area of the shoulder from the princess seam to the neckline and pull incrementally into the seam allowance until the center front hangs correctly. Once straight, remove the jacket, leaving the shoulder pins in place. Thread baste in a different color along the pins to create your new sewing lines for the front of the bodice. If underlining or stay tape has not been used, you'll need to reinforce the shoulder line now. Here is an example, although mine already has a stay tape and an underlining in place. As the weight of the entire jacket hangs from the shoulders, adding a strip of tape will strengthen this seam to stop stretching over time. This can be anything from fusible strips to cotton stay tape, but I recommend using organza selvage if it is available. Lightweight and stable, this is a great way to utilize any scraps. Simply baste the strip to the wrong side of the shoulder. If your shoulder line has changed, add fusible if needed before sewing your shoulder closed, using your quilting stitch length to incorporate the tape, and press well. Fitting and matching the muslin sleeve. With your shoulder permanently closed and your fitting complete, pin back the silk lining around the sleeve and bodice areas, then turn the jacket right side out. Place either on a dress form or on you and close the center fronts. Pin your muslin sleeve to your arm's eye line, rolling the sleeve seam allowance under. The only match point will be the shoulder seam. The side seam can't be matched as the undersleeve will sit somewhere in the middle of the area. And don't forget to check that the sleeve is on the correct side. The vent will face towards the back of the jacket. Work your way around, pinning where you can to gauge how well the two fit after adjustments and closings to the bodice. There is a small amount of ease built into the sleeve pattern, but if alterations have reduced this, it won't be an issue. A boucle has flexibility and stretches naturally, whereas a muslin will not. Slip your jacket on. Do the sleeves feel comfortable? Are they twisting? Are they loose around the bicep? Do they feel low or high on your shoulder? The shoulder seam should sit on the top of your shoulder joint, not on the arm. This is one of those crucial areas. If anything feels off, the chances of you wearing the jacket are low. So spend the time now before moving on. If your sleeve is too big, the undersleeve is your main pattern piece for adjustment. This panel can be reduced to a sliver as long as the natural curve remains. I've had students end up with no more than an inch or so in width, which is more than enough as long as the original grain line remains true. If a jacket has been altered at the side seam, this can make a noticeable difference to the sleeve. Reduce the undersleeve accordingly. If it is more than half an inch, then I will often suggest equal amounts from both sides of the undersleeve seams. Once adjustments have been made, pin your sleeves back on and try the jacket to see if it feels comfortable. The three-piece sleeve is unique to the French jacket. The undersleeve is designed for shaping and comfort, curving beautifully and following the natural line of your relaxed arm. A French jacket sleeve is designed to sit high in the underarm, allowing for greater rotation, movement, and fit. It can feel a little strange the first time you try it on, but this creates the beautiful silhouette we recognize and love. When the sleeves feel good, pin the sleeve to the right side of the bodice, tucking the sleeve seam allowance under itself. Marking the muslin sleeve. Using a Sharpie or similar, make marks on your muslin that correlate to the pattern of the boucle. Use notations or numbers too if this helps, and take a photo or two. After removing the sleeve from the bodice, take the seams apart so that the 3 pieces, 6 in total, are separate. Press and remove all seam allowances. Lay your boucle out and add underlining if you used one for the bodice before placing your muslin pieces on top. While you won't be able to match all the Sharpie lines due to bias and curvature, try to pick prominent ones that do correlate. Don't forget, a boucle will expand and contract to a degree, so we can stretch and condense some of the match points when attaching the sleeve. Focus more on the upper part of the sleeve, which is more noticeable, and less on the area closer to the underarm. True grain lines pin and cut as before, with an approximate 1-inch seam allowance. If you have a loose fabric and used a knit fusible on the bodice, add that now before continuing. I wouldn't suggest putting stay tape on the sleeves, as we want to keep them as flexible and light as possible. Thread baste around your pieces before laying them on your lining, with the silk right side down and the boucle right side up, cutting large rectangles. Don't trim this lining too much. It may seem excessive, but we need to manipulate multiple seams when closing the bodice, so the more you can leave now, the better. Remove your muslin pieces and label each clearly. Quilt using the same stitch length as your bodice before tying off the threads. Burrito, pin, and baste the sleeve together for a first fit. First fit. Pin the sleeves roughly onto the bodice. Don't worry too much about matching here. Recheck the fit until you're happy. Again, any adjustments should only be made to the undersleeve. Once fitting is complete, close the sleeves using a furl stitch as before. Fold your lining in the same direction around your sleeve. Leave the lining at the top and bottom of the sleeve for now. Furl stitch to the vent area, cutting in around the lining. While I do occasionally have sewers who like to close the vent and hem their sleeve here, I do suggest waiting. Until the sleeve is attached to the bodice, it's really hard to know precisely where to sew. Pin the sleeves back onto the bodice, matching the pattern and using lots of pins. Next up, sewing the sleeve.